Welcome to this last video in the rental property series. We are finally under contract and we have tenants moving in 2 days. So we're excited about that. Right now we're headed to the property to just pick up some stuff and just tie up loose ends. And I'm going to show you guys all around so you can see what we have actually been up to these past couple of months, because it's been a couple of months since this property has been on the market. Before we get to the property, I did want to go over two things. One is the estimate. If you watched the video, you remember I was getting an estimate to have the popcorn ceiling removed off of a 1,900 square foot house. We did get two estimates. The first estimate came back at, how much was it? $4,500
with the garage.
And that's to do all of the closets and the garage, because you have the option of splitting it up. And the second estimate came back at, was it
9,500, maybe a little more than that. Yeah.
The second estimate came back at nearly double the cost. So basically the guy just didn't want to do the job. So we thought about it and just decided, you know what, it's popcorn ceiling. It's just, we're not going to do it. But we did want to make an upgrade to the property. So instead we decided to get new windows. It's more of a necessity to put in new windows rather than remove popcorn ceiling. So that's what we're doing. The tenants, unfortunately, are going to already be in the property when the windows are put in. That's not what we wanted, but you know, it is what it is. The other thing that I wanted to go over was I received a very sweet comment from a person asking about how we got started with our rental properties, and I was going to make a whole separate video on that, but it's kind of a short story, and it's really like straightforward. When Danny and I met, we lived separately. I had my own house, he had his house, and when we decided to get married, neither one of us wanted to live with the other, and neither one of us wanted to give up our house. So instead we decided to start fresh and just get a whole different house and rent both of our houses out. So that's basically what we did, and that's how we got started. Alrighty guys, we're here. We made it to the property. I'm gonna show you around and show you what we've been up to. If you haven't seen the entire series, go check it out, because it is interesting to see the process that the landlords go through once a tenant moves out. So, you know, you get to see what the true behind the scenes of what really happens. So it's pretty interesting. So you might want to, you know, check it out. You might like it. But let me show you around the house and show you what we've been up to. So we turned on all of the lights. Danny's in the kitchen eating. This area here, if you guys remember how dirty this floor was, it's not anymore. Some of the things that you don't think about that you have to do when you are a landlord and you have to re-rent the property, or at least things that you should do. I'm going to show you some of those things. Cleaning underneath the refrigerator. I don't mean underneath behind the refrigerator, I mean the coils back there. They get really bad, really nasty, and that's something that you will never realize. You will never realize until you actually remove that plastic piece and look under there and see how bad it is. And you want to keep your appliances working as best as you can. So that's something that I had to like really get in there and clean. Okay, this is the kitchen. What time is it? 7:17. Hopefully we'll be out of here within 2 hours. We'll see. Yeah, so this is the dining area here, at least one of the dining areas. On the other side, there's another dining area right by the entryway. Another thing you really have to clean is behind the dryer and that vent back there leading to the outside area, because that can be a fire hazard if it's really clogged, which, as you can see, I really had to clean that out. So that's the laundry room, and this is the bathroom. This is just the guest bathroom. Now, because we have renters, Because we have renters that are going to be moving in the next 2 days, what I like to do is wipe everything down again, mop the floor again, clean all the toilets, just to have everything fresh before they move in. So that's really why we're here. Going into the master. Now this house is special to me because this was my old house. So when people treat it like crap, you know, I do take it personally. Oh, if you guys remember what this looked like, this here, remember? Oh my gosh, so I did as good a job as I could with that, but it looks a lot better. And also, do you remember the ceiling? How that looked when I first walked inside and I had to fix the popcorn ceiling? It came out pretty good. So, and the master bedroom, I like this master bedroom because it has this like little vaulted ceiling. The light in here is not the best. But this house does get a lot of natural light. And then going back here, we have 2 closets. This one needed to be replaced. If you guys remember when I first walked in here, that closet door was completely damaged and broken. So I had to replace it. And over the years, I've gotten pretty comfortable with these bifold doors. And so putting this one up, I was feeling not as confident as I would have liked because it's been a while, but I did pretty good. I was able to put this closet door up in under an hour. But I'm gonna show you what happened when that cockiness got to my head. I'll show you in a minute. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to mention about these closet doors is why didn't we just get the same closet doors? It's because we're trying to upgrade the property and, you know, we want to eventually get rid of these doors. I don't like the fact that they're different. With all the work that this property needed, believe me, the last thing I wanted to do was change something that wasn't broken. You know, the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I wanted to leave this alone. I did not want to mess with it and just end up with a bigger headache on my hands. So if you're wondering, you know, hey, the closet doors are different. Yep, that's because we plan to eventually replace these. All right, so this is the master bath. And this house, when I bought it, it was a serious fixer-upper. Like, if you think this house needs some renovations, which it does, it needs some serious upgrades, but you should have seen it when I bought it. But that's what I wanted. I love fixer-uppers. I love like diamonds in the rough. Oh, and then if you guys remember all of the bathtubs needed to be recalked. It was so bad. I really wish I would have done a better job at taking before and after pictures, because I did not take any before pictures, but for me, it's always nice to just see the improvement in things. So getting a fixer-upper is something that I really like. If it's things that we can actually fix ourselves, if it's something that we have to hire someone for, no thank you. We replaced all of the hinges on all of the doors. The hinges were like their original hinges. They were old, they were painted over, it just made the house look really, really bad. So that's something we did here. This is 1 bedroom. It's painted. The reason I don't turn the light on is because this house is not wired. You see the ceiling? There's no wiring for light, so you have to actually have lamps, which sucks, but it is what it is. All right, a little loft area. And we have the bathroom here. Now this bathroom looks a lot different because we painted it. We painted all of the bedrooms upstairs and the bathrooms. This color here is the color of my house. It's alabaster, and I just love this color. It just makes everything look clean and fresh and bright. So we try to do all of our rental properties in alabaster. This house will be very overwhelming to paint, so the plan was just to do all of the upstairs area. When we get the house back, we are going to do the master and the rooms downstairs, and then probably after that, the rest of the house. Oh, do you remember that splash guard? That was a pain in the butt to remove. The faucet wasn't too bad, but removing all of this caulk was the worst. That was the biggest pain in the butt ever. Oh my gosh. Caulking isn't bad. I actually like to caulk, but removing it, removing it is a different story. We had to also caulk like the baseboard. We had to like caulk all of the baseboards downstairs. We had a lot going on. This property has been on the market since almost 3 months. Almost 3 months, and I'm grateful that it's rented because there's a lot of properties in this zip code that have been on the market much, much longer. So we're grateful. We're grateful, and I tell you, this is such a relief. It's such a relief. It feels like such a weight off of our shoulders. Like, this has really been weighing on us, and it has really been consuming a lot of our time. But we got a lot of stuff done that we normally don't have the time to do, like removing hinges from the doors and just like putting in new closet doors and things that don't really need to be done but should be done. And then in this room, oh, do you remember the way that ceiling looked? Do you remember the way that ceiling looked? That looked horrible, and that is because people do not change the filters. You see, like, we have filters. We have 2 more filters in there. It's like, please change them. Please change your filters. So anyway, we put in new blinds, painted this room, new hinges. Same thing with this room. Yep, new blinds. Now this here is a brand new door. Brand new door. And this door is, when I mentioned downstairs that I got cocky, this is the door that I'm referring to. I'm gonna show you me putting this bifold door in, and guys, just check this out. See if you can see what I'm doing wrong. And this closet door took me double the time that the one downstairs did, because see if you can see what I'm doing wrong. Putting in this closet door, I didn't stop to think, and I just jumped into action. I needed to just take a moment, and instead I ended up costing myself a lot of time. So that is it. This is the property. All we have to do now is just clean up, get this house smelling nice. I just want to do one last sweep, one last mop, clean the toilets, just re-clean everything, just because, you know, Danny's gonna mow the front lawn. It really doesn't need it too much, but we want it to look as nice as possible. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't checked out the full series, please do so, because it's pretty interesting. At least I think so. Especially if you want to see what it's like to be a landlord, and you know what it looks like when tenants leave the property. But yeah, that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.